Hi, fire signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your March 2022 reading for all the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, welcome. If you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time I put a video out when you go into subscriptions, which is every Saturday. If there are 5 Saturdays in the month, I take the 4th Saturday off. I think that might be this month, but I'm not sure. So welcome, fire signs. Let's get into your reading. Your first card is Orphaned, and it's upside down. The next card is Blessed, and it's upside down. And the last card is Yang, and it's upside down. So what this reading is telling me is that the way you used to do things is no longer working for you. And, you know, maybe you have put yourself around people or situations or places that weren't good for you. And you're learning not to do that anymore, which is a process. And congratulations. The divine is so proud of you. However, even though you're going through this process, it doesn't mean that it's going to feel good. It doesn't mean it's not going to hurt. And it doesn't mean you're not going to have times where you're like, what in the hell and why am I doing this? But this is all about not abandoning yourself. So what do I mean by not abandoning yourself? This means not hanging around people, places, or things where you are not allowed to be yourself. Like if you really, truly say what you think, and you think, oh, if I say this, I'm not going to work here anymore. Or if I say this, this person isn't going to want to date me or be married to me anymore. Or if I say this, you know, this person isn't going to be my friend anymore. What I can tell you about all of those things, because I lived through them, you weren't going to work there anymore anyway, eventually. Your relationship was going to end eventually. And your love interest wasn't going to work out anyway, or your friendship with this person was going to end anyway. You can't make things be that aren't meant to be. You can sustain them for longer because of fear, but eventually not being true to yourself harms and hurts you. And it comes out physically in your body. And it might start off as addictions, but I'm telling you, when you are abandoning yourself and staying in places that are no longer good for you anymore, you get sick. You get headaches. You get stomach aches. You have autoimmune diseases that might flare up or might come out. A lot of times, not being able to listen to that inner voice all of the time, not being able to, maybe you can hear it, but you weren't able to follow it. So this is, as you're able to follow it, this is not an easy job, by the way. As you're able to follow it, your body will hurt less. You will get less headaches. You will have less panic attacks. Maybe your depression won't last nearly as long. But a lot of times when we ignore things or we're not able to take action when things aren't right for us, it affects you internally and then physically to the point that you can't not notice. So you guys, there was a situation where I have had 3 lawyers for a car accident. My first lawyer fired me. Thank God, I was going to fire him. My second lawyer, I had to fire them. And when I had to fire my second attorney, before I was going to fire them, and I was scared, I started calling other attorneys and they didn't want me because of the situation I was in. However, the situation I was in with my lawyer, and everybody told me, this is how lawyers are. You should just, you know, this is the way it is, Michelle, and you just need to suck it up. But what happened was I had this jaw pain that was so bad that I called one of my girlfriends and she's like, oh, I have a dentist for you. You could get a jaw plate. As soon as I told the lawyer, this isn't working out for me and I need to find somebody else, and I didn't have a backup plan, I didn't have another lawyer that would take me, my jaw pain ended right away. I didn't need to go to the dentist and treat the symptom. I needed to address what was really going on. And I had something in my life that wasn't right for me. And as soon as I was able to address that, and then I gave myself some time, took a deep breath, waited a couple weeks, and then I started looking for an attorney, and I found somebody who was fabulous, who was right for me. An attorney that their head and their heart are connected, which is a very rare thing. But because my head and heart is connected, I'm able now to find the people that their head and hearts are connected. So that connection, I know that abandonment wound is so deep for you guys. You can't control who sticks around or what sticks around. You might think that you can, but if it wasn't meant to last and stay in your life, it won't. And denying yourself and ignoring what you want and what you need. The whole like something is better than nothing. I know you guys, all of the fire signs right now are in the process of sometimes, all the time, but you're starting to realize this. Nothing is better than something. It is a painful process, you guys, and the divine is recognizing you and saying, keep going. You guys are on the right path and you're doing a great job. And the blessed, when it's upside down, this is all about your ego. And let me speak to you about your ego. I'm in a couple of 12-step programs and they're telling you like, it's not good to have your ego. I want to explain to you my version of your ego. So your ego is more operating out of your head instead of being able to operate out of your heart. And so a lot of times with this ego stands for easing God out. Your ego is your protection, and it's what you used to keep yourself safe. So maybe when you were younger, you did operate out of your heart and you showed your heart to people and they weren't able to receive you and your gift, which is you. They shut themselves down. So what you guys had to learn how to do, fire signs, was to shut yourself down because it wasn't safe to be yourself. So you started operating and doing all the things that you thought everybody else wanted you to do. However, over time, it eats your spirit and it eats your soul. So I know you guys are starting to know this, and I know you know what I'm talking about. If you are drawn to me and what I'm saying, you are so much further along than most people will ever be able to get. So I want to tell you, and I've told you this in your readings before, but some people are watching me for the first time. You guys are psychic. You are visionaries and you are healers. So what does that mean? To be a psychic, to be a visionary, and to be a healer? First of all, when you're a healer, first of all, you went through hell, and you guys have survived hell, and you are coming into your heaven and being able to talk about the hell that you experienced and what you went through and what you're going through and how you're healing that. That is your biggest gift. And as you heal, you're here to help other people heal as well. Being a psychic and being a visionary, You saw things that other people weren't able to see yet. You saw them first. And a lot of times when you're a psychic and when you're visionary, which I think are the same things, when you see things, you think everybody else can see them too. Not everybody can see what you see. So when people can't see what you see, I thought everybody saw what I saw too, and they didn't, and they weren't meant to. And then there was a period of time that I thought I was meant to let them know how unsmart they were and how, are you people freaking blind? And really, they couldn't see what I saw, and they can't see what you see because it's not their time yet. So finding out when is it your job and when is it your place to explain this to the people who can't see it yet. What my experience has been with all of this is putting myself out there, exposing myself as I am a psychic, I am a visionary, and I am a healer. And when you start being able to know this about yourself, I want to put myself out there so they're like, oh my God, I have somebody to ask about this. A lot of times what happens, the people who reject us, rejection is God's protection. Rejection is God's protection. So when people reject you on a physical level, a lot of times what they're letting you know, their soul is letting you know, I can't help you. Now, people on a physical level might not know this yet, but you know this because I'm telling you, when somebody rejects you or denies you, it is not because there is something wrong with you or you're not meant to go further. What their soul is saying to you is, I am not the person who is going to be able to help you. So next, go to the next person. You know how I just told you? Three lawyers. Only 3 lawyers, Michelle? Only 3 lawyers. It might take you guys 6 lawyers. It might take you 4 jobs. I don't know what that is for you, but instead of thinking it as there's something wrong with you, there was something not right about the people that you were dealing with before. And really what wasn't right is they aren't open yet. It's not a what's wrong with you. They are not ready yet. So this is their sign telling you to go find your people. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper, as if that wasn't deep enough for you guys. But the abandonment, when I was talking about that, and it also, the abandonment, you won't be abandoned when you find the people who are here to help you. The people who abandon you are the people who cannot help you anyway. So being able to bless them as you go instead of fuck you is the biggest, hardest challenge. And you guys are blessed in ways that I know you know this, but it's hard to feel blessed when you're being rejected. So a lot of times when you are a visionary, a psychic, the healer, you get rejected a lot. You are going to cry a lot. It doesn't mean you're meant to stop, and it doesn't mean you're not supposed to keep moving forward. But part of this, you know how I was talking to you guys about your ego? Part of this is to make you realize you're not above them. and you're not below them. You are equal to. We are all equal. And maybe there was a time when, I was talking about your ego, when you were operating, yes, you're very smart, but you don't have to go around proving how smart you are, because really, when you truly believe you are smart, you don't have to go prove it to anybody, you don't have to keep proving yourself over and over again. You know it, you accept it, and you don't need to show it. And I think part of that was your protection. You needed to let people know that, because secretly deep down you did not feel that way. But as you start to heal, you don't need to go back and prove yourself to anyone ever. Hardest part, fire signs. So the blessed, when it's upside down, it says, humility is calling for you now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have to hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. You guys, hitting rock bottom. We all have to hit bottoms, and there are levels. Like when I first came into, when I came out of my drug and alcohol addiction, I needed to hit a bottom and know, like, I can't do this anymore. Surrender, mercy, and I needed people to help me. This is letting me know, wherever you guys are on your journey, whether you're brand new in recovery from alcohol and drugs, whether you're new in recovery for eating addiction, or for other people's alcoholism, or you're addressing your childhood wounds, or whatever you're able to address right now. Hitting a bottom is crucial, because it allows you to let go and open your heart into receiving and allowing that to come in. And so, as I was telling you, humility is not about being humiliated. Humility is to say, I've never learned this before, and I'm willing to hear what you have to say. And thank you. And then you realize, as much as you're here to help other people are here to help you too. And that's where the blessing comes in. And nobody is looking to shame or make you feel worse than you already do. And if people are doing that, what they are letting you know is they can't help you. I know it makes you feel shitty when somebody is shaming you for not knowing something that you never learned. They can't help you. Not they won't help you, they can't help you. And their ego can't tell you, I don't know how to help you. So you guys, I thank you for listening to me to explain this to you guys, because this is hard as shit. When you get to this level, it is your ancestors, your angels, you guys are opening yourself up for the people to come in and find you. When you actually can acknowledge, I don't know what I'm doing right now, it's a very vulnerable place to be. However, it's one of the greatest places to be. So how do you know what is from the divine? What is your head? Okay. When God, your angels, spirit, your higher power, the divine, is speaking to you, love, kindness, and compassion. When someone is offering help to you and it's coming out of judgment, criticism, and you should have known this. That is coming from the ego, the place of protection, rather than saying, I don't know either. That rejection it's tough because a lot of times we think that there must be something wrong with you, with me. There's nothing wrong with you. You are a child of God and you are made perfectly. But the people who are going to be able to help you will speak to you with kindness, with love, and with compassion. So the next card is Yang, and it's upside down. And whenever Yang is upside down, it's all about Yang is about action. So when it's upside down, it's like, do not react out of fear. So a lot of times I want to talk to you guys about reacting versus responding. Okay. So this says, be mindful of the tendency towards impulsive action, overconfidence, and aggressive behavior. Think before you act. Least find yourself in a situation that will lead to uncomfortable consequences. Be sure you really want what you're chasing after, because you might be sorry when you get it. The appearance of this card isn't a cause for fear, for life is all about learning lessons. Practice temperance, diplomacy, and thoughtful consideration before making a move. Okay, so you guys, feeling like you have to make a decision right this second. So what I want to let you guys know is how this reading is letting me know that you're not sure, and it's okay not to know everything. So if you've never done it before, you don't know. And feeling like I have to make a decision right away this second and react. So we're in a world out of fear. Most people are making decisions every single day out of fear, and fear of, what if this doesn't happen? What if I don't do this? And how I was saying, opening up, making space, taking a pause. Anything that is meant for you is meant for you, and you can't mess it up. So how do you know when something isn't right for you? A lot of times I had to learn what wasn't right for me first before I could realize what is right for me. When people are doing the right thing and they truly have your best interest at heart, they are okay with you taking a pause. They are okay with you reviewing a contract and taking time. Their offer still stands a day from now, 3 days from now, a week from now. They will let you review the information and take your time. When something is a reaction out of fear, people want you to do it right away. And so what I've learned for me, a lot of times if somebody wants me to make a decision like this, it is usually not the best decision for me. So when things are right, people have no problem writing down what they say. They have no problem with you taking a pause. And they have no problem with you reviewing it or getting a second opinion. So just so you know, pause, pray, proceed. You guys don't have to react. You're allowed to respond. So I'm going to pick out some more cards for you guys, because I know this is a situation that you've never been in before, and trusting yourself, being able to trust yourself, being able, not to have to react out of fear anymore. It's a scary place to be, and it's gonna take some time getting used to, but the more you practice, the better you will get. And you don't need to operate out of here anymore. You're connecting your head to your heart. And you guys, most people are not able to do this. They might not be meant to. You guys are realizing you are meant to do this, which congratulations. This is one of the hardest things you will ever do in your lifetime. You can't buy it, and you can show other people how to do it when they're ready, but you guys are here you're meant to make the map, and you guys are leaders. And when you're a leader, it's really scary. People come up and thank you after, but when you're in it, it's like holding your breath. So the next one says manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation, step 1. So you guys, this is saying you are in the manifestation process. And one of the greatest ways to manifest is to write it down on paper. None of this notes in your phone. There is nothing more powerful than taking a pen to paper, of writing down what you want, what you wish, what you need. Another thing you guys can do, I don't know if you've ever done this, but is create a vision board. This is a great way of manifestation too. So if you guys are not able to write it down because you're not sure, try pictures. That is a lot of fun. You can get a cardboard from like the Dollar Tree. You can get old magazines from doctor's office, from nail salons, from hair salons. It's a great activity, and it's a great way to manifest. Make sure you put the date on it, by the way, just so you have a record of it. The next one says shine from within. Looks are only skin deep. True beauty shines from within. And it's time for you to shine. This is a time for self-acceptance and for revealing your true beauty. You guys are already beautiful on the outside, but your inside is starting to show on the outside. You're starting to glow. You guys, a lot of people are going to be afraid of your light. Again, it is not a rejection against you. They aren't ready yet. It doesn't mean you're not meant to shine. The next one says divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. So you guys, you're drawn to the cards. This person has crystals and candles and a fire and cards and nature and flowers. So you guys, you're really starting to get in touch with your soul. And as this process is happening for you, I'm telling you right now, your soul is starting to remember what it already knew. So I want to recommend a book to you guys. If you've never read this book, it's on audio. I do better by audio, but it's called Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Myss, and it's M-Y-S-S. But this book changed my life. The divination, you guys are starting to realize that you are here to help other people move forward. You've known this for a long time, but I know you haven't been able to embrace this. It is scary shit because a lot of people are still going in the opposite direction. You guys had to go in the opposite direction until you didn't either. So something brought you to your knees to make you go in the other way. Your gift is to shine from within so other people can find you. So this is your sign, signing off for all the fire signs for the month of March. I say keep going, and holy shit, you guys, shine your light, fire signs. Thank you so much for watching.